What's up, everyone? I have so much to do today, and we're under the whole lockdown business. So I was like, I have to go to the ranch. I just had a consultation. I've been working on the course page. Why don't I just do my workout live? Because that just hits everybody. People are always asking me to show them how to work out live. And so now that we're under lockdown, now I have to work out from home. So let's do this, right? So as you guys are chiming in to the live stream, lately I've been doing privated recordings from home, but now I'm gonna do all live from home right now. Don't forget to like up the stream. Let's get this going. This is not organized. Y'all know I'm so busy. I've been saying to carnivore yogis to go over to her channel and check out her great information on her health evolution. But I'm like, I'm so busy, like I never have time to organize anything, including my lives. So this workout has not been organized, scripted, written down, or nothing. It's just what I'm gonna do real quick before seeing my boyfriend Thunder. Yay, finally cut me live. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna turn off this light. I'm working out in a small space, but a lot of you guys don't have space. I live in a freaking shoebox. Okay, how's that for trying to make a lot of money on the internet? Not getting out of the shoebox. Motivation this morning since gyms are closed. I always have motivation. I am not gonna work out. That's not gonna go down. We're gonna get this cracking right now. So today, because I don't have time to organize a workout, I'm just gonna do a full body circuit. You guys know that I have a knee injury. I used to be a pro skater, and got a little tape on it right now, but I used to be a pro skateboarder, and I busted and broke my ACL, my MCL, my patella tendon on this sucker, on a vert ramp, and I had a deep infection in my leg, and I just broke everything in the knee joint. All the cartilage is gone, my medial meniscus is gone, and so these are going to be modified workouts for me, who's almost 53, 12 years strict on keto. I can't run, jump, lunge, or squat, so it's very important for you guys to understand that most of my workouts are upper body, but I was still able to build the booty in a smart way. So let's get this cracking. Now I'm going to start with just a circuit of upper body, and this is going to be probably a 30-minute workout. I won't be able to take too many of your questions while working out, but I'll see them pop up. And if you guys want to go grab your friggin' homework or weights or bands or whatever, you can do it with me. Like I said, this is not organized. We'll see what the response is and how to make these weekly workouts better on the whole lockdown business. I mean, LA's not seriously, you're ready? Yes. LA's not seriously locked down. It's just like, it's like bars, gyms, restaurants, schools are, out of whack. And it's a little chilly today, so I'm going to work out in my apartment with my little weights that I had from years ago that I haven't touched. So, like I just told the person I'm not answering questions, for protein and fats and carbs and all this kind of stuff. So here we go. I'm going to start off with just doing a circuit of upper body. I'm going to do biceps, triceps, and shoulders starting right now. All right. So the only weights that I have at home right now are 15s and 8s. I never use them anymore. Not really. And what I do is when I'm at the gym, I'll semi-sit down on something to take a little weight off my knee. I can't stand. I could, but I'm going to the ranch later. And that's your avocado good now. 2 times be bad. It's not bad. It's only bad if you have an allergy to it. So if you have an allergy, don't eat it. What's up? Is that dog spare better? Okay. Here we go, guys. I need to get working out so I can go to the gym. Now, a normal person would be standing and holding their core up, but you guys know I have a horrible knee injury. I was on crutches for 4 years and 10 surgeries on my left knee, and no, it's not good now. So I'm going to go back so you guys can kind of see what I'm actually doing here. So I'm going to start off with the standard shoulder press. You probably won't see where my arms are going, but you can use your imagination. Let me see, I'm going to move this a little bit over to the side because I'm going to hit this stupid flat screen, which I don't even turn on anymore. I don't watch TV anymore. If I wasn't on the internet, I wouldn't even know there was a Corona thing going on. I'd just be like, there's no toilet paper. All right, so in the middle here. Get this popping. Or maybe I should actually just use my stool, right? I don't like to use a stool. It's like a little IKEA chair might pop. All right, here we go. So guys, just bear with me. I won't be able to see any questions or comments because I'm filming on my phone. And I've got 15s here. So I'm going to do a little time under tension, but they're like 2.5 second negatives. We're going down the eccentric motion. I'm probably going to go a little faster just because I'm going to pound through this workout. And I'll take some of your questions afterwards. Now, what I don't want people, and I'll just talk in between, what I don't want people to do is cardio when they're first trying to adapt. And it seems like a lot of carnivore people don't realize you have to make it a ketotic version of carnivore. You're going to get sick. Straight up. I don't care how much protein you eat. You're not going to get gasoline filled up from that. And you're not ketotic yet. And with your glucose depleted, your glycogen depleted in your muscle, you can make your immune system through this whole, ketona thing. It's like if you keep saying the words, they kind of demonetize your video. So I'm going to call it the ketona lockdown. The ketona lockdown. All right, so I'm doing bicep curls. I'm also sort of doing a semi-version of time under tension. So time under tension, it would be 3 second negatives. I'm not counting because I'm talking. I'm just trying to get it in so I can get to the ranch. So y'all should do this with me, right? So I'm doing a circuit of upper body. And for those who have adrenal insufficiency, right, and a lot of you do, even though you don't think you are, I'm coaching a serious bodybuilder right now. And he has some adrenal issues. And so even the bodybuilder people can relate to doing time under tension rather than just, 6 rep max, 1 rep max, as heavy as you can go, because we want to keep that blood pressure down. Well, we're going through the ketona thing, right? The ketona virus. And we want the immune system to not be overshocked by lifting too heavy during this whole period. So these are 15 pounds. I'm only using the weights I have at home. You see, I'm a male, 6'1", 200 pounds. I couldn't even see what that said. Hold on a second. I need to, let me see, 50 push-ups in a row. All I need to stay in shape. That's great for you that you can do 50 push-ups in a row and stay in shape. I don't know what that's going to do to your glutes. I don't know what that's going to do to your hamstrings. I don't really know what that's going to do to, let's say, your shoulders. But sure, just do 50 push-ups and you're good. And everybody else should do that who's 6'1". I'm so bad. Okay, I'm going to do some tricep extensions. So this is a tricep extension for those who can't see what I'm doing. For those who don't know, tricep extension, elbows in. And I see a lot of people do this. I'm like, what are you doing? And they lift so heavy they can't do a full extension, right? And I'm going to go a 3 second negative down. And what you want to do is hold the contraction up here, right? Because that's where that tricep muscle is being contracted. And then you're going to go down. All right? I'm not counting my reps because I'm talking, but I'm probably doing around 10, 8 to 10. Don't forget to like up the stream, guys, because Steph's working hard. Trust. In the little tiny apartment, but that's what we got to do on the ketona lockdown. And I'm calling it Ketona because I don't want the video to be demonetized. It's like they don't like for you to say anything that doesn't correlate with what they're trying to say, and I don't know if this does or not. Okay. My neighbor's probably pissed because I just dropped weight, but we're friends. It's all good. I know. And you know, he's like, oh, I do 50 push-ups. And I'm like, are they full of, are they wide? Are they tricep push-ups? Are you doing like chest to ground and up slow? Anybody can sit there and bounce 50 times. I've done it before. All right, guys, I'm going to do some lateral raises. Good day, everyone. So these are 8-pounders, and I don't have space unless I turn to the side. I'm going to do one arm lateral raises. Lateral raises aren't really the best for people because they do them wrong, and they're lifting their arms out to the sides, right? So you're lifting your arms out to the sides in the lateral position, and it leaves your AC joint, your shoulder joint, so vulnerable. So you have to cock your shoulder forward, pronate it forward and up at an angle, and lift like this to really activate the whole deltoid, right? Who's doing it with me? Come on now. If you don't have a weight, just do the motion of it. Especially a lot of you people who don't know how to literally lift properly. You think you do. I see it all the time. People think they're knowing how to lift properly and they don't. Even something as the arm position on a lateral raise to protect the shoulder joint. So you're going to breathe out in the contraction. All right. Let's get the other side going. Now I'm going to do a double press with the 8 pounds instead of 15. Getting a lot of fat. Okay. Yeah, this is about workouts today. Let's talk about workouts from home when you're locked down, you're in your apartment, and people are always asking me about exercises. And now we're talking about fats and stuff. Come on now. Should have some music going in the background, but I can't. That's what you guys are saying here. Not everyone can do them at home. You're tripping. You see everyone watching from what? Asha? See here. Good analogy. Eating a lot of fat will probably just keep you full and control your blood sugar. It does, and it helps you keto adapt. Why do people keep forgetting about ketosis? It just seems like a word now that has no meaning. Well, you can mix carbs and fats. You just can't mix starches, sugars, and fats. And this is the reason why people do cruciferous vegetables. Now, I'm going to go back to tricep extensions. And then I might use my bands. See, we're almost halfway through this. Just going to be a 30-minute workout. So elbows in, full extension, time under tension, but it's more like 2.5 second negatives. Don't pump it, right? Because you want the actin and myosin to grind up against each other with that sliding filaments, so you can actually create that blistering effect of muscle, like mitochondria response. See, doing this on camera means that I can't just do it for 5 minutes. Okay guys, I think I'm going to do some back rows. So I'm going to do some bent over back rows, but I'm going to use the back of my chair. And this is real life, right? This is a live workout. Tiny little tiny little apartment. And I'm just taking what I have. This is a complete impromptu. That's why it's real. You know, this ain't no fakery and glamour. It's a nice camera, and you know, and everything's planned out. And I don't have an apartment, a gym that has an apartment. I mean, an apartment that has a gym. So let's get the back rows going. This is just not enough space. You're going to pull this thing forward. All right, here we go. Okay, for those who've got back injuries and it hurts to do a bent over back row, we're going to do non-invasive back extensions. Love this exercise because you don't even have to get on the ground. And it's so good for your back. Y'all office people who are in the office too much, right? Arms in front of you. Okay. Neutral spine. And so with the arms out in front, right? We don't want the the posterior and the anterior tilt, right? So people don't realize they're tilting their hips either forward or backwards. And you've got to find that boop in the middle. It's kind of weird because if you have an anterior tilt, right, this posterior, this anterior, if you have an anterior tilt like this, a lot of people don't know it. You can't access your abdominal muscles when you're like that. You've got to, and you literally have to take your hands like this and feel where the hip alignment is and shift it forward, but not forward. So if you have an anterior tilt, you push it forward. If you have a posterior tilt, you tilt it back to straight position. Arms out in front of you. Okay, so this is a really great exercise. I can even use this weight here. You know, and if you guys have any back pain, you can even do a lighter 3-pound or 5-pound weight in front of you. We're going to straight spine, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to swing up. Okay, so that's a really great, you don't even have to use a weight. You can just have your hands out in front of you. You're going to bend over. Like I said, you want a nice supine, straight spine. You don't want an anterior, a posterior and anterior tilt. Straight, arms out in front of you, and you're going to come forward. Put your arms up and down. Swing them up, stop, hold, and contract that back, lower back. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. You don't need your knees for push-ups. You're talking to someone else. Love that. The grease guy. Did you call him the grease guy? Showed off her knee. She's right. Yeah. I've had 10 surgeries. I used to be a pro skateboarder. So over there, there's like pictures of me in magazines and newspapers and all this stuff. And I used to skate vert. I was one of the first girls to skate vert, especially on wood, ever. And first African-American pro female skateboarder. People see me so much as the Keto queen that they don't realize I had a whole career as this pro skateboarder. So it's kind of mind, taking a break here, and I'm going to drink water. It's kind of like a mind thing, because in the skateboard community, I'm like this famous pro skater. And they don't really know me as the Keto queen. And then in the keto and the carnivore thing, they don't know me as a skateboarder. So it's really like weird. You guys, I am 52 going on 53. And there should be no reason why you can't stay fit, protect your adrenal system, which is going to connect to your ovaries and your testes. To protect the thyroid and get some freaking homeostatic balance of knowing when to rest and digest. And people try to blame my physique on my genetics, where that literally has my genetics playing a role in the shape of my muscles, right? The shape of them. If you have a short muscle belly or a longer one. And I'm mixed with a lot of different ethnicities, but the Afrocentristic side, I'm going to have shorter muscle bellies, which is why you see the muscles pop more. But if they're longer, then they have like a longer, girthier to look to them. And if they're short, they're going to pop. They're going to be like, boop. And, but when it comes to be in that menopausal age and still have your cycle and still, still keep everything tight and right and your skin tight. And this is what keto has done for me by doing it strict over the years. And now I've gone and done strict carnivore without any plants. And then I threw an avocado in. And I want to talk about how people try to define if you're carnivore or not. If like your only thing you're eating is an avocado, of course you're still carnivore, but technically you're not. But I don't want people to feel like, oh, no, I'm not carnivore anymore, because the benefits are so amazing. And if you have a latex allergy, you wouldn't touch an avocado. But that's a whole nother video for next time, which maybe I'll do tomorrow, a video about, what's the definition of these stupid diets. All right, let's go back to, I think I'm going to go back to some more lateral raises and do more shoulders, because I'm just doing a circuit. You're awesome, sis. God bless you always. Thank you. Let's see here. You're really inspirational, very good shape for your age. No, not for my age, for any age. Remember that. That's where people are like, oh my God, she's so arrogant. It's kind of like when you get older, you kind of get tired of hearing that. Oh, you look young for your age, or, oh, your body's in great shape for your age. No, I want to teach you guys out there that age doesn't have to matter with your physicality if you take care of it. Then you can say, I look good at any age and not this 4-year age. And I know you didn't mean it that way. Sorry. I'm sorry, Redbeard. And he said, I guess you would have been in your 30s. But thank you, thank you. I get the compliment. It's not towards you, Redbeard. It's just in general, because you hear that so much. You're like, be quiet. Those millennials in the gym can't touch this. Can't touch this. Yo, I'm telling you, it's just really weird as you get older, and how people like put you in categories. The same thing with the diet thing. And it's just hard to just, be you. All right, here we go. Steph, can you eat too much protein? Yes, you can. And if your electrolytes are fracked up, you can hurt your kidneys. I'm just saying. We're going through a lot of pain and suffering. If you're doing carnivore, eating that 2 pounds of meat nonsense. So I'm going to get back to my lateral raises. All right. I really want to do double, so I'll get in front of my, I'll go this way. I'm going to get in front of my flat screen that I never use anymore and move this chair. Don't forget to like up this stream, guys, because I don't see who's liking. I don't have time for it. But it does help people find this crazy chick in her 50s who wants to look healthy at any age, right? So this is a time under tension, slower version. I don't swing weights because you're using levers. You don't actually use the muscle. You do those pump classes and they're like, and swing, and I tore my AC joint. You want to use the muscle, not the joints. So when you guys see guys lift really heavy and they're swinging, yeah, you'll use some of the muscle, but like, come on. I'm always telling guys, lower your weight, bro. Your form is so bad. Okay, now I'm just going to pump it out with some shoulder presses. Maybe I'll get down on my knees so you guys can see. Okay, now I'm going to pump it out. You could do some Arnold's, right? I can feel myself needing to drink more water because I'm talking and exercising, so I'm like really expelling water. Well, it's hard to do a keto meal prep business because do you have histamine intolerance? If you do, what do you react to? What are your macros for the individual person? It really does make the difference to not sit there and drop your T3 or testosterone or your estrogen or your progesterone, I'm sorry. Drop your progesterone, drop your T3 in your thyroid, go through pregnenolone steal, and develop worse hypoglycemia. So it's like, that's why you guys know I coach. Everybody's so friggin' individual. I mean, we start off kind of the same. And then we live our lives and we go douche, 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 and we mess up our bodies. And so like people are like, I want to see what you eat in a day. And I'm like, but you've got damage I don't have. I got nice GLUT4 receptor development going on. My GLUT4 receptors are going to come out of the receptor sites, gobble up the glucose, and keep my ketone production up. And another person is not. So if I went a bit over protein, it won't do much for me. It won't pop me out of ketosis. Y'all, with not enough stomach acid, got hypochlorhydria, you're eating too much protein, your electrolytes are off, and you're gonna follow my day? No. Triceps. Let's get back to the triceps. Let me see, I've been working out almost 30 minutes. Oh, that's good. That was a fast 30 minutes. Well, I'll make it like 45. Talk to you guys and then go see my horse. My boyfriend horse named Thunder. So what do we do, Stephanie, when we hit the wall on keto? You know I'm exercising right now. You hire me as a coach. Because with this Ketona virus going on, and yes, I'm calling it Ketona, we all need to survive. Okay. Now, or you can join my course page. I mean, I actually help you people, not just like, because I could be selling all types of supplements and things of everything. And if I put my little butt, no, it's not, it's juicy butt in a bikini right now, live on camera, and said, follow my 90-day keto weight loss program and get your body as you get older, I would be a rich biatch. I can't though, so I live in a shoebox. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it is so true. Okay, so we're going back to our tricep extensions. How am I going to answer questions about eating too much fat when I'm trying to do tricep extensions? Okay, somebody made me stop. Goals. Was it Joanne? Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for just twittering. She for this cute emoji. I've never seen that on a whatchamacallit. I can't think because I'm thinking about my workout. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for donating to the super chat. It was very sweet. But you know what? I'm setting up a donation for my horse because I can't afford one. I rescued a horse I can't afford. And I don't need much, as you can see, you guys. I live in a tiny apartment. But I got a boyfriend that's 1,400 pounds. So next time when people donate, I want them to donate for the horse funds. And I'll show you guys what I'm spending the money on. So you guys can see that I'm not full, messing around. It's so funny because I just wanted to lease a horse to go like once a week. You can lease a horse like you can lease a car. Like somebody has a horse and they're like, okay, I'm gonna lease this horse every Tuesday or something like that. And I kept passing this horse up near the stall, and I was like, if you guys have seen Thunder, and like his stall was really tiny. He was never being taken. It's like putting his stall is like the size of this area right here. And it's like, people are like, oh my God, I have a big, German Shepherd. He's in a tiny apartment. Imagine a horse that never gets out of a tiny box ever. They run 30 miles a day. Never gets out of the box. And they develop like psycho issues from not moving. They need to move. They're animals that predators prey on. So, sweetest, smartest dang horse. Everyone's like, my horse is so smart. No, not like this one. And I was like, he's so smart. And I was like, I'm gonna save this little dude here. Took him away from that horrible place. Now he's in a new place. But now I'm trying to have a keto whole like course and consultations and then research and take care of my mom, and now I got a freaking horse. I don't have time for a horse at all. So I have not been following my circadian rhythm and going to bed on time at all. So let's see what we got here. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do some push-ups on the ground because now I was supposed to just do a 30-minute workout, but I'm just throwing in some extra stuff while I'm talking to you guys. How to get rid of cellulite. That's a whole live stream. I mean, you can use fascia blasters, but you need to, you're estrogen dominant, you have problems with your lymphatic system. And estrogen dominance, women either who are, and younger women are starting to have estrogen dominance, right? So, that's the problem. Now I'm just going to just do quick circuit. See if I can answer your questions while I'm doing this stuff. Sun's coming out. We got 80 people in the house. You guys are doing live workout. For those who did miss the first part, don't forget to watch the replay. What do you guys say now? I have bad knees too. I don't have bad knees, y'all. I have a destroyed knee. I was on crutches for 4 straight years of my life. 10 surgeries. Like, there are people, okay, I'm not saying that you don't have a bad knee, but when you have a really severe injury, you can work around it, right? This is the Keto home workout. You guys are like, what's Keto? Is that a beach? Okay. I need to do some tricep kickbacks. And let me see here. Hold on. I'm going to get to you guys questions because I'm much later. It's like 1 now here. Let me do some tricep extensions. The good news is, my friend, he works at this chiropractic center, and they have like a gym section, and he's like, you can come to this place 3 days a week since all the gyms are on lockdown. What you guys have to ask here. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's see. Okay. There are people who will take the horses to farms, people who on animals have a huge heart. Yeah. I mean, I live in LA. Who has a horse in LA? You know what I mean? It's like, I have a horse and I live in New York City. So it's very, like, confusing. So let's see. Here. Just going through some of the comments, you guys. And then I want to do a little bit of legs. So you guys can see what I do with the leg. You're such a good fake cheerleader. Actually, I'm not even a fake one. I was a cheerleader for 6 years. You know, like, I can't remember some of the moves we did. I was a cheerleader. Some of the moves we did. Like, you know, 50, this is when I was in high school. I'm not even a fake cheerleader, I'm a real one. Here, factoid. I can still fit into my cheerleading outfits from when I was all the way, because I have a bunch of them, from when I was 12. Okay, let's see. Let's do, now this is probably the most important thing for people who got knee injuries as a home workout. I was trying to organize something really quick because I kind of got that MacGyver brain where I can just grab anything in my apartment. But I was like, I don't have time. I want to do a workout really quick and go off to the ranch today. You'd also get these thighs in shape, right? Let's get some thighs in shape. Let's do that right now. Let's see here. What do I got for my legs? Yes. Okay. Let's do some glute kickbacks. Now, you guys, I used to wear 00 on pants. It's like I had wheelchair legs because my knee was so jacked from so many surgeries and all parts are missing. I have a lot of problems going on with the lower half of my body. So when I did an interview with Dr. Berg, he's like, oh, well, you've got hip issues. Here are some things that you can do to, you know, to loosen up the quadricep and the IT band and stuff like that. But people look at me and they have no clue that I've got one of the worst severe injuries that they've ever seen ever. Like as far as like your skeletal system. And people are like, oh, so you had a knee injury when, you know, X amount of years ago in my 20s. So you're good now. And I'm like, oh no. Like I could easily walk with a cane and be okay with that. But I'm too strong of a person to do that. So what I do with such a bad injury is that I train my legs. And that's what a lot of people don't do that have knee injuries, that have a meniscus injury or inflammation from years ago. They just continue to eat bad, go through advanced glycation end product, have glucose completely demolished, have too much cortisol in the system, don't get sleep enough, don't eat the right nutrients, and this is the only reason why I'm not walking with a friggin' cane. Okay, because if you saw the x-rays of my knee, or the MRIs, it's a mess. Now, let's get this poppin'. So what I like to do with cables at the gym, there's a couple things. This one's a little bit, you know, because, so I'll do this, and I'll do this with more tension. I need more tension on this. Darn it. I've got other tension. I don't know where they are then. I don't have enough time. But I'll take something that has more tension on it, and I will hold with two hands, and I'll come up and I'll do hip thrusts. So essentially, you guys, I'm thrusting that hip forward, right? Thrust. And then I squeeze my butt. So my butt was flat as a board from not doing leg exercises for, I don't know, 15 years. So my legs got really small. I wore a 00 that had no butt at all. I've got pictures to prove it. And one day I was like, you know, as I was getting older, I was like, I can't live like this. I can't. And so I was like, I'll go through pain. That's why you guys you see the bike in my apartment. The first thing I did to try to get my legs back on track was I bought a bicycle because I can't squat. And so I bought a bicycle and I started riding around LA. And people still today, people don't think I have a car. Actually, I have 2 cars. But anyway, I have my old car that I haven't sold yet. But I ride my bike everywhere until I bought a horse and I have to drive to a ranch. But this is an exercise that I do, so I'm actually able to do assisted squat, sort of in a sumo position, and then I'll add a hip thrust and a back row. So I'm hitting my rhomboids, I'm hitting my glutes, right, the maximus, and I'm actually able to work a little bit of my quads. But this is so, I really should have brought my knee to show you guys this, and I need more tension. Because if I'm not grabbing onto this, it's going to hurt my knee and it's going to swell up by the end of the night. So I'm doing these assisted squats in a sumo position, and they're fantastic. Literally, this is one of the ways that I built back up my glutes. It's incredible how hip thrust. People will go put like a weighted bar on their hip, and they'll do hip thrusts like this. And I'm like, just do standing hip thrust. Shite works, you just gotta learn how to squeeze that butt. Like, I squeeze the frack out of it. I'll take your guys' questions in a minute. Okay, another thing, you guys, I love this. This really helped my glutes and hamstrings. Because leg curls, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of hurt. So we're going to do this one, okay? I really shouldn't be leaning like this because my spine isn't straight. On this Keto lockdown, I am not going to lose the leg muscle I've worked so hard to build up. And I'm definitely going to not lose this juicy butt at almost 53. So I'm going to pump it out just due to time reasons. Like almost everything's wrong because the position of the band is wrong, the chair is wrong, my body shape is wrong. But I got my core in the right place. I'm gonna do the other side, and then I'm going to take your guys's. I have this bad habit of saying I'm gonna do this when I'm in a hurry, and I talk like I'd never learned English. Eller prata liksom jag aldrig har lärt engelsk. See who's sticking around for this. People are popping in like, she's not answering questions. I'm going to pop in and out of the chat. But if you pop in and pop out, don't forget to like up the stream. Let's see here. 640 max. Thank you. Whoops. All right. I mean, at the end of the day, it depends. You know, sometimes you look younger, sometimes you look older. But, you know, the shape of your skull, small, you know, hardness in the face shows that you're not like the baby fat isn't there. So everything depends on, sometimes you look older and younger, but I have a low body fat percentage. So clearly I'm not going to have a lot of fat in the face. And you're, you know, my collagen is not where I was when I was younger, when I have pictures, but I look very similar to when I was in my 20s. Minus a little bit of fat here and there around the face. But when it comes to the neck, the chest, the rest of the body, and like how tight, because what happens when you get older is that this stuff starts to sag. So you may not have a wrinkle. That's why people are like, oh, black don't crack. I'm like, but it sags and it atrophies. So that's why being healthy is so important. So as you get older, you know, okay, you look 20s, you look 30s, you look 40s. It doesn't really matter what age I look. I just don't look old. So that's what's really important. And old would be in the context of looking unhealthy, right? So the skin is still stuck to the, you know, stuck here, and I still have collagen, but I am aging, you know? And it is what it is, but I'm really, really proud of taking this body as I get older and keeping it just awesome. Just enjoying myself as I'm getting older. And still, you know, when I'm around the millennials at the gym, because I mostly work out with millennials, there really isn't any age difference, right? And there's no girls that work out with us. We do like all this calisthenics and dips and pull-ups, and, you know, we just don't do like deadlifts all day long to try to get our butt. I must increase my butt. And I watch all these young girls try to build a butt, doing it the wrong way, with like ovaries that are that are more like, hey, let's pick a baby. And yet I'm still able to get better gains just because you gotta be smart with how you treat the body. Ooh, I'm really talking about myself today. I guess I'm feeling myself. But in an hour, you guys, I'll be feeling thunder, because that's my boy. Take these questions. I really want to do more legs, but I'll be able to use my friend's gym tomorrow. Okay. My keto carnivore, when you intake zero carbs, think of fat as putting water in a bucket with a big hole. What? It's a weird analogy. Bottom, so it doesn't matter. Well, see, fat does not matter, you guys, if your insulin is regulated. And that's the problem. People think of doing sort of a high-fat diet in terms of calories. Well, if you've got leptin resistance, low thyroid hormone, estrogen dominance, I don't care how little calories you go, you're just going to get skinny fat and become super unhealthy. You're not going to have like muscle, and you're not going to have like skin not wrinkle up because you don't have enough fat in the dermis layers. you're going to wreck your sex hormones and put yourself in premenopause or push along your perimenopause and your hot flashes. So it's very, very important that you eat enough fat and teach your body how to use units of its own body fat as fuel. So you have to eat fat, train your body to develop the enzymes, and get your stress down, get the glucose moderated or in a sweet spot zone so your body can start using ketones. So that's the reason why I can go almost up 300 grams of fat, which is upwards towards 3,000 calories, and not get fat, because my insulin is low, it's sensitive, and my glucose and my A1C and my hormones are like, thank you, and I do everything. Now lately I have not been able to protect my adrenals because I've been staying up late working on this keto course that I have, and then having a horse. So I'm trying to balance it all. And as you guys can see, I start talking faster because I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get there and get back home and then work. It's like, it just never ends. It never ends. Okay, Stephanie has a complete gym at home. And I really don't know. I was like trying to look at stuff. I was trying to look at stuff in my apartment to do leg extensions, right? I was like, oh, what can I do to do leg extensions when I was at home? I mean, not home, but like, so if I wanted to do leg extensions, right? So I could do leg extensions. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm doing modified leg extensions without having a leg extension machine, because another thing that really helped my my leg buildup is a leg extension machine on lightweight. So this band here is sort of mimicking the resistance that I need to keep my quads through this whole Ketona thing, the whole Ketona virus. Don't forget to like up the stream, guys. Don't forget to like up the stream, because you guys know I have a humble channel. I've been around. I was like, oh, the keto queen, and then I got buried under like cheese, nuts, and caffeine and all of this histamine crazy keto food, fanatical, just keto junk food. And people are like, oh, she's too strict and she's too crazy and she's too, sarcastic and narcissistic. And people stopped finding me, but I never left. So now I'm trying to build myself back up and get better content and do the videos and the clickbaiting, which I don't want to do. But if you don't do it, and if you don't monetize your stuff, YouTube won't promote your stuff. I have almost no estrogen or progesterone and okay amount of testosterone, which is great. You have your testosterone. But what you want to do is, because your adrenals are always still going to produce all your sex hormones. And that'll be enough. Like if you take, I think her name is Augustine Shepard. She's in her 80s. She still has muscles. So you must have good functioning adrenal glands. You've got to have a good functioning here, because you have the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal response. And if you're a stress monger and you don't sleep well, the little amounts of sex hormones that your adrenals still make will go, and then your skin starts to crepe and get saggy. You can't develop muscle, and you got the cellulite beyond measure. So having enough testosterone is really great. Somebody asked about cellulite. A couple of things. You guys do not have the right electrolyte balance. You cannot get your lymphatic system, the underwater reservoir in your body, to move. You're chronically dehydrated, or you're chronically inflamed with fluid that's not moving. It's stuck. And then your body's holding on to toxins. You guys don't poop every day or poop twice a day. Estrogen becomes reabsorbed back into the bloodstream, and then you don't stretch. You have poor mobility, and the fascia in your muscle just locks up. And so the estrogen dominance it increases, the fascia is tight, and goes through the fat of the fascia. And so, and then you don't have enough muscularity, and everything just sags, droops, and is lumpy. So moderating your blood sugar, protecting your adrenals, making sure there's nothing going on with the thyroid hormone. Excuse me, I'm talking, which means I'm swallowing too much air and burping. Men are aromatizing. Men are having like too much dihydrotestosterone. 60% of men now are balding more than they ever have before. They're having like prostate issues. They're just muscles are atrophied. People, all these people start going on TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. Women start taking estrogen because they have hot flashes. Like the dumbest thing to do. But see, the endocrinologists or the people putting on this stuff can't tell you how to do it naturally because they have zero clue. Zero. So I have almost, okay, read that. Yeah, you're welcome. You're going to lose your body in a couple of days. You are not going to lose your body in a couple of days. No, you can lose your health by fasting, and you can eventually start dropping. And what happens is like a domino effect, right? You fast, and slowly estrogen starts dropping, and that can start within a couple of days. Okay, you may not see the reaction of it in a couple of days. You might see it in a week or two, but you will see in a couple of days. I mean, catabolism is going to happen within a couple of days. Easy, friggin' breezy. And the ones, especially who are hypoglycemic, you can see problems with hypoglycemia within hours. So you're wrong. Now, I want to do more videos about this 2 pounds of beef thing, which is so ridiculous. And I want to talk about the Ketona virus. I'm calling it Ketona because I don't want my video to have the CBC. I'm calling it all different names, right? To like put their freaking video under my video. I hope they don't. So I'm calling it Ketona. So the algorithms can't catch it, so it can be its own video. I should call it the Ketona virus and label it that, and they'll be like, oh, she misspelt it. It's very, very important that you guys manage your electrolytes. If you don't manage your electrolytes, then when you add 2 pounds of beef, now you're dehydrated, right? Your body's holding on to sodium, your potassium reserves are depleted, or you don't eat enough sodium, and at the end of the day, you become chronically dehydrated when your sodium potassium pumps and all your cells are not working properly, or you don't hold on to, the cells don't hydrate very well. So if you don't have enough hydration going on, or your electrolytes are off, and then you're stuffing in a lot of beef, which all has to be filtered to the kidneys. It's not the 2 pounds of beef that destroys the kidneys. It's the fact that your electrolytes are out of imbalance, and then people just don't drink enough water in general. So things become compacted and the levee breaks, and people start to have really dark urine, or they start to have kidney pain from doing carnivore with everybody saying eat 2 pounds of beef. And no one's talking about the gluconeogenic effect, and no one's talking about hypochlorhydria with eating that much protein, or thyroid, the pregnenolone steal and thyroid response from not being ketotic. So I hope this was great information. It's really schizophrenic to try to work out, talk, do a live stream, and then try to hit some important key points afterwards. I do want to say about the whole Ketona thing, it is a real thing, but, people like myself who are healthy are at such low risk in my 50s. And so I always wonder, like when I do these consultations, like, oh, I can't give up my coffee. Oh, can I drink every once in a while? Oh, what's wrong with having Doritos? I'm like, yeah, but then see, when this stuff happens, I don't have to worry about my immune system. Y'all who still eat bad do. And that's what I don't understand. I'm always about preservation and maximizing my epigenetic potential. And you guys still want cheat meals, or, oh, I can't do that, it's too complicated, or, oh, I can't do that, it's too hard, and I need my birthday and on the cruise, and it's my wedding, and I want to cheat. And I'm like, okay, so the Ketona virus comes around, and everybody's scared. Not me, I'm chilling. Y'all can on me all day long. I'm worried about my friggin' Kerrygold butter. And I'm serious. I'm worried about my mother, but she's good because my mother stays in the house anyway. I'm worried about my mama, and I'm worried about, people not trying to get their health better. But me, I am chilling. You go on me, and I'm just like, what's up? Help me build up my antibodies, okay? So it's really, Spanish flu, not Ebola, that's dengue fever. These are some type of viral infections that some people get and some people don't. Who are the ones that have the ravage from cholera or dengue fever or even malaria? People with weakened immune systems before, even if you're young. Because when you're eating garbage, your body's like, I'm inflamed. Ooh, a new fire's coming in. I can't fight it off. It's too big. This protein is just going to latch onto my lungs and start replicating. This is the reason why you guys shouldn't cheat. This is the reason why I've been saying for years to be clean and not make food your entertainment. Because it'll get you in trouble when there's a huge infection that starts going around. Now everybody's running and scared. I'm not. Okay, yeah, steak is Instapot. You guys are having your own conversation. Would love to see your lower body workout. I will. I'll put myself in some booty shorts. You guys can see my legs. And you'll see that this leg's a little smaller than this one. But I've got hammies. I've got quads. I got baby quads on the bad knee. But I still have them in my 50s. Go figure. Let's see. I think I got all yours, guys. This question is my keto carnivore when you intake zero carbs. I think I read that. I think I've got all your guys' comments. Great arm exercises. Thank you so much. It was a quickie. It was not organized. I will put together way better workouts for you guys. I'm going to do a series because ever since the gyms are locked down, hey, let's do some workout videos from home because that's where most of us are. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to like up the stream even after, I hate to say this, and I didn't in the beginning, and I got messed up in the YouTube algorithm. I didn't say post, comment, like, share the video. I didn't do edits. I didn't have any nice filming. I didn't monetize, and it literally made me invisible on YouTube. I didn't clickbait. I thought all of it was so stupid. I was like, I'm not doing that. And then I'm like, oh, I guess I'm doing that. So sorry, you guys. I'm sorry that you have to look at commercials and ads. I really tried to keep them off as long as possible, but nobody was able to get good information unless I did that. So, let's see. Started carnivore 3 months ago, developed acute kidney injury. Exactly. Because it wasn't ketotic, because your protein was too high, because your electrolytes were off. You might have had oxalates or stones in that kidney. You might have had stress or type of, exposure to toxins and the kidneys weren't functioning and you weren't doing your, I think it's called a GRP, and your albumin to creatinine ratio. You weren't checking out your kidney function and you didn't know your liver function, and then you do all that meat and then you're dehydrated and your electrolytes are off and all of a sudden you have a kidney injury. Why isn't anyone in the carnivore community talking about this kind of stuff? They keep saying, oh, the studies say it's no problem to eat 2 pounds of beef. Well, what if you have an underlying issue with electrolytes, dehydration, and, not the best kidney function, and you would never notice it on carbs? You guys have to contextualize things. You have to know your existing health before running off and doing what people tell you. It's totally fine. I'm the person who's like, you do keto omnivore, you better be careful. You better be ketotic. You're going to do carnivore, you better make it a keto version and up your fats. You want to add an avocado in and still be a carnivore? Of course. Because nobody was 100% carnivore in the wild. So don't let people freak you out. All right? No one was 100% carnivore, even though we are carnists. We had plants here and there seasonally. Not a lot, but we had them. So anybody who adds in an avocado and they're like, you're not carnivore anymore, don't listen to them. And I'm out. To learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. You guys, I know I'm silly. A lot of people don't know the real me. They just don't know the real me. It's kind of another person off camera. I am tough. I've been through a lot, but I give it to you straight and I don't lie. And I get motivated when I hear people say, like, my toughness saved them when it came to their thyroid, cancer, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, not ovulating. I don't know how many women I'm like, you're not ovulating. Yes, I am. Go to the doctor. Stephanie, you were right. I'm not ovulating. Like, you don't play with people's health to make $1. Makes you less popular to be like this, but at least I'm not hurting people. Trying to be nice to everyone that I don't know. I have a keto course. You can go to stephanieperson.com to sign up for it. I cover keto omnivore, and I cover carbs for people who have hypoglycemia or who've got their immune system is so weak that they don't adapt, and they need a little bit of carbs done in the right way with high fat, but how much fat and what type of fat. Obviously, I cover everything to do with histamine and leaky gut. And I also do a carnivore or keto carnivore for everyone who is jumping on that bandwagon to get their body in order. I also have free content on my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, and free content on my Facebook, which is Stephanie the Business, or the Business, flat light, but anyway, person. And I do consultations, but my calendar got booked up, so I will open it. Today is Tuesday. I will try to open it today or Thursday for anyone who wants consultations, because like they went fast, especially through the whole Ketona thing. Everybody's like, how to protect myself. I was telling you guys to use lemon, right, citrus, to wash your hands, because that won't strip off the natural acid. Whereas if you use other chemical things, it might strip it off, create cracks in your hands when you're overwashing, and let in type of infection. So be careful with that. I talked about colloidal silver, and you guys, look, don't make your own. Get a high quality colloidal silver. If you're so worried about it messing with the microbes of your gut and messing with your synthroid or thyroxine, a couple of drops under the tongue, let it absorb, because it is antimicrobial and viral. It doesn't cure disease, but it helps fight for your immune system. So with oregano oil, like all the stuff that I needed before everybody took all the stuff off the shelves was still there. Except for my darn Kerrygold. But then my friend who works at Trader Joe's in another state sent me a bunch, so I am good. Yes? Meat in my refrigerator, Kerrygold, avocados, and I'm out. I'll be at the ranch right now, guys. I hope this helps. Don't forget to like up the stream. I think that's it. I need to learn how to shut up. The Greek guy knows that I don't know when to stop, so it's about now. All right, you guys, I'm 52 going on 53. Keto for almost 13 years. I haven't had any carbs, any sugars, no sweet fruits. I've done high fat, over 200, almost 300 grams of fat for the last 12 years. And I got some energy. And I'm out. Thank you, everyone. I'm not going to touch my hands because I'm touching my nasty weights. Bye, guys. And I'm out.